here today?
I have this really huge dilemma in which I don't really know what to do. My best friend, he was dating this guy, they've been dating like for a year. And about 2 weeks ago, I went to this party, and like it was this guy's birthday party, and my friend asked me to go with him because he wasn't like comfortable being with this guy anymore. He said that he was thinking of leaving the relationship, and he was really sure of himself about not wanting to be with this guy anymore. So when I went to the party, we got like a bit drunk, and
You and your best friend.
yeah, and this guy too, like this guy my friend was dating, he got like a bit drunk too, and I don't really know how it happened, like really fast, but we started making out with this guy.
The three of
No, like with the guy that my best friend was dating and me. Okay, yeah, and then like at that moment it didn't feel bad because my friend said that he didn't want to be with this guy anymore. And we spent like the whole night together, and we kept drinking and dancing and everything. And then like after the party, my friend said that he maybe regretted his decision of not wanting to be with this guy, and that he was gonna give it another try. And that's when I felt like really guilty about what happened.
He didn't know.
No. And I then like told him, but I told him like a week later. And even though he was like really comprehensive about it, and he wasn't mad, I feel that he is really distant right now, and he does feel like a bit uncomfortable about like me dating this guy.
Okay, so the situation is that your best friend had been dating for a year with this guy, and then you went to a party, and then the three of you got drunk, and then you vacilar with this guy.
Yes.
And you did that because supposedly your best friend didn't want to date him anymore.
Yeah.
But then you talked about it, and then you realized that he did maybe, and you told him.
Yeah, I mean, like a week later, I asked him if he would be okay if I dated this guy, and he said like sure, like if you guys are working things out, like go for it. I have no trouble with it. But then like this past week, he has been really weird.
Okay, so you talked about it with your best friend.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like said it like I kissed him, but I think it was like very obvious because after the party, like the days after, me and this guy, like we started going out and dating, and we posted a lot of pictures. So it was like a bit evident that we were going out. But with my friend, I feel like even though he says he's okay with it, he does feel uncomfortable, and he's a bit distant right now because like when I see him in the halls, he doesn't approach me, he ignores me, he doesn't want to like see me.
How long has this been a problem, like the distant thing?
Like about a week ago.
Okay.
And I feel like he's handling it really immaturely, because if it bothers him, he could have told me when I asked, and not like avoid me right now.
And have you tried approaching to talk about the topic, or maybe why he is distant?
I mean, I haven't asked him why he's this way, because I feel like he's taking like his time and his space to figure things out. So I haven't approached him because maybe that would be a bit intrusive, and that it would feel a bit like forced or something.
Okay, so you don't want to approach him just because you want to give him space.
Yeah, I want him to feel like I have stepped back from like and let him think through this, because if he still wants to be with this guy, I wouldn't want to be the one to break them apart.
Okay.
So yeah, that's like my main concern right now.
When you told me about a dilemma you were having. What's the dilemma?
The dilemma is, it involves like many aspects. Like the first one is that my friend is gay, and he normally dates gay men, and that's why I thought that like things could never happen with this guy. But like at the party, he seemed really attracted to me, and he seemed like he really liked me. So I don't know if maybe he is confusing, like he's confused about his sexual orientation, or maybe he's using
Your
me.
best friend or the guy?
No, this guy. Yeah. I like other things I've considered is like maybe he's using me to pretend that he's not gay in front of his family, because when we are with his family, he feels like closer to me, and he talks about me and he holds my hand and we hug. But then when we are with our friends, I'm just like one more friend in the group.
Okay.
Like he doesn't pay that much attention when I'm with his friends than when I'm with his family.
Okay. So correct me if I'm wrong. He's like more affective, or like demonstrates a closer relationship with you when the family's around.
Yeah.
But not when the friends are around.
Yeah, that has happened like many times, and it also like 4 days after the party, my friend, this guy, and I, we went out together with some other friends, and this guy and my friend, they started making out, like literally in front of me.
After
the party, like a few days after. And this guy didn't really seem to be concerned of the fact that I was there, like looking at them. And then like he pretended like nothing happened.
Okay.
So I think that he is still confused about who does he want to stay with, like my friend or me.
So this guy is part of your social group?
Not really. I mean, no, I just like the only connection we have is my friend. I don't really have any more deeper friends in common, but my best friend and this guy, they share a lot of friends in common, and they spend most of the time together.
Okay, so they have been like close friends.
Yeah, and that's like I feel like I feel like my friend has like a bit of an advantage over me, because he knows this guy better. They've known each other for like a year. They share like a lot of friends and feelings and moments, and I've just met him like for a month. So I do feel like my friend has an advantage regarding the relationship he has with him, like over me.
So you're telling me that he cares more about him than you, or
I like that. I don't know, but I don't know. But I feel like he is more connected to this guy than me.
And why you said that?
Because like they have known each other longer, and their relationship is more established. And they like
How much longer?
like a year, and I've known this guy for like a month. So our relationship is not really that deep.
You're talking about the guy, not your best
Yeah,
friend.
yeah, I'm talking about the guy.
Okay.
So I feel like this guy and me, we don't have such a deep connection, and I feel like that makes it harder for him to consider me as like a better option than my friend.
So you would like that he would stay with you?
Yeah, I mean, I would, like I've considered it, and it's not like such a bad idea to start a relationship with this guy.
What do you mean with relationship?
Like start dating more, and him, like all I want is him to be sure of his feelings. Like even if this guy wants to stay with my friend, or if he wants to try to be with me, I want him to feel like sure what he wants, and not be like right now he's in between. He's really like this both relationship he has. So that's what I want. Like even if he doesn't stay with me, I would like for him to be mature enough to recognize his true feelings.
Okay. And what about your best friend? How would be the dynamic between the three of you, or
I don't know,
between
like
him?
that's something that I'm really concerned about, because I know that even if like none of us stays with this guy, or like once one of us stays with him, we will still have to share some spaces together, because we go to the same places, we have similar like affiliation. So I feel like it would be really uncomfortable, like for me or for my friend or for this guy, or like for the three of us, because now that we know that we are like kind of all involved, it's harder for us to establish like a fluent relationship. So I'm really afraid of what could happen with the dynamics of us three. And what I really don't want is for this to become a sort of like competition for who stays with who, because I know that that would ruin our relationship, like especially mine with my best friend.
But do you think that this competition has started in a certain way?
I don't think so. Like when I told my friend about this relationship I'm having with this guy, he took it really well. He didn't seem to want to fight me for it or like start some sort of competition. But maybe over time, when we get more involved, this could happen. And that's something I really don't want. So right now I'm really considering just dropping everything I have with this guy, because he has really messed up my life right now. So I think like that's my better option.
How messed up your life?
Like for example, with my friend, he messed up our relationship a bit, because as I told you, I feel like now my friend is very distant and he's avoiding me, and I know that he feels uncomfortable like the three of us hanging together, and that has really affected me, because I find a lot of support in my friend, and I would like to share this with him, like what I'm sharing with you, all these emotions and how hard this has been on me. So I feel like this guy has messed a bit of that, and the trust that we have too, because my friend may see me as I betrayed him or I got into his relationship or something. So, and yeah, he has also messed like all like personal aspects. For example, the other day, like he said that he was coming over to my place to have some drinks and everything, and like at some point of the night he stopped responding my messages, and I got really worried, because I was like this guy,
the guy.
And he started like he stopped responding my calls and everything, and I got really worried. And then like half an hour later, I saw a picture of my friend and this guy like in a party or something. So he sort of lied to me, and he didn't want me to find out that they were together at that moment. And I think that made me look at him in a different way. Like I don't really think that I can trust him, because he's really mature.
So he has like messed up your life in terms like the trust you had with your best friend, and also the trust that he has with you.
Yeah.
Because he lied the other day.
Yeah, and that's why I think that the best option for me right now is just to talk to him and be really honest about what I feel and all these options I've considered. And I would really like for him to be clear about what he wants and what's been going on like this past few weeks, what's going on between us, and if my friend and him are still together. And I would really want to know why he lied. Like why was it necessary for him to lie to me? So I think I should talk to him and be really frontal about what I want to know. But I would also like to tell him that I don't really want to continue our relationship.
Okay, that would be the mature response you want to, right? Because you're telling me that he has been kind of immature.
Yeah.
Because maybe of the unclearness he has, and lying, and the way he handles things, and the problems that maybe he has caused.
Yeah, he has caused like a lot of problems, and I feel like he doesn't realize that. I feel like he just goes through life messing around with people and not really caring about the consequences. So that's why I feel like if I let him in my life even more, he's gonna ruin other stuff that I don't want to mess up with.
So, do you have a plan for talking to your best friend in a while or something?
I asked him for lunch today, but he never replied. So I feel like he's really mad at me, and I don't really understand why if I asked him first. So I think my plan with him right now is just to see any moment in which he is close to me and I can like cross words with him. But I don't feel like this is the right moment. I feel like first I should talk to this guy like end our relationship completely and then maybe approach my friend like in a more mature way and make me understand that I never did this to hurt him or like on purpose. And I would really like him to understand how hard this has been on me. Like all the secrets, all this lying, all this immaturity, like it's been really harsh for me and it's been really exhausting.
Okay, so
yeah, and also as I talk to this guy first, I would like him to realize all this damage he has caused because I think it's important that he like takes into consideration all the consequences that our relationship has and not just like that we were fooling around as kids. So well, the fact that he's younger than me makes him like even more immature. Yeah, my best friend is like a year younger and this guy is about like 2.5 years younger than me. So that makes him like really immature about this stuff, and I feel like he's in a stage of life in which he needs to experiment with things like new things, and he's not ready for like assuming this responsibility.
Okay, so you say that he's in this phase of experimenting. And how old is he? 19 maybe?
18. He just
18.
got 18.
Okay, so he's
like that birthday we went to, that was his 18th birthday.
Oh, he's young.
So yeah, I feel like he's in a stage in which commitment is not really an issue. Like he doesn't seek for commitment or doesn't seek out for something serious. And I feel like that is a barrier that we have because I do want something serious and certain and like balanced. And he's like all about parties and like getting drunk and going out with friends, and that makes him like really mature about this.
And what would you tell me about your best friend? How long has he been your best friend, or how is he?
He's been my best friend like for a year, and through this year I feel like he has really changed. He's like, when I met him, he wasn't sure of what he wanted. He regretted like most of his decisions. And now that I know him, he has become a bit more of a grown-up, but he still has this moment in which he's insecure and he's uncertain of what this future he wants. But he, like throughout our relationship, he has been really supportive and really comprehensive, and I feel like he has never judged me.
What is supportive or comprehensive?
Like, for example, when I fight with my friends or something, I can call him and tell them like, look, this happened, and he would like come and we would talk about this, and he wouldn't judge me. Like he would be open to what I have to say without like making me feel uncomfortable. So that's been like really a big support for me, and I feel like losing his friendship would be really hard right now.
So you do value a lot this friendship?
Yeah, like I think it's really important for me to have him right now, and that's why it's so hard because he is the person I tell everything to. And the fact that I cannot share this with him, it's really, really hard.
Okay, but do you think that you will share this with him?
I feel like if I end up this relationship with this guy and I approach him in a way that he doesn't get mad at me or doesn't like explode, he will be able to listen to me and listen to all this that I've been telling you about, and maybe he will understand why this happened and why I took my decisions, and maybe I could at some point share this with him and share my emotions.
Do you share class with him, or do you see him every day or something?
No, that he studies psychology as me, but as he's younger, we don't share we don't share any classes.
You don't share classes.
But mostly, like I see him at lunch, which is why I've asked him out for lunch, but he hasn't replied, or he's put in like excuses or things. So I don't really like. I think I should let him think right now and then like approach him somehow.
Okay, so it seems like you have this very mature posture. Like you want to communicate, you want to fix things up, you don't want to lose a friendship. that you value a lot, just because maybe a guy that's just experimenting and wants to party and doesn't think about consequences,
Yeah.
because he's just fooling around.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's worth it losing my friendship over this guy that I feel like it's just temporary, and I don't see him in the future, like with me, and I really value this relationship and wouldn't want to lose it. So my priority right now is just looking out for my friend and fixing things with him.
Okay. So would you feel okay if your best friend keeps dating him?
I would. Like, I don't have any problems with it. I just want this guy, I told you, like, I want this guy to be really sure of this. Because I know that, like, through this month that I know him, he has caused, like, a lot of mess in my life. And I don't want that for my friend. So I feel like if they stay together, I would recommend my friend to talk to him and see what they really want, if they are really going the same way, and just like not letting him make the same mistakes I did.
Okay. Would you say that your friend may make these mistakes?
I feel like he did, because he got too involved with this guy in the beginning and then like realized he wasn't perfect.
Okay, and how was this relationship? Because you told me that they were dating for a year. It's kind of important.
Yeah, my friend used to study medicine, and they met each other while studying, and they've been dating for a year, but they haven't established anything serious. I mean, they can make out with other people. They can, like, their relationship is not really exclusive, but they do share this like attraction for each other.
Do you think that there is intimacy?
I do think there is intimacy between them, but I feel like they don't feel like committed to each other. They don't feel like they are limited by each other.
Okay. Would you say that they have like an open relationship?
Yeah, I feel like that's what they are establishing. That's why I don't wanna like ruin what they're having.
Okay.
Like, I wouldn't want them to feel uncomfortable just because I was in the picture for a while.
And your best friend is okay with the open relationship?
Yeah, because he also has, like, he's been dating a lot of guys through this year, and they have never stopped like seeing each other. So I think like he's okay with it, and that's maybe something that made my decisions a bit easier.
Okay.
Because he said that he was gonna stop seeing this guy and like just leave him out of his life, but then he regretted his decision, and now I don't really know what he wants.
And why do you feel responsible for what happened? Because you're telling me that he's okay with open relationships, he's okay with dating with some guys at the same time, and you talk to him about this, but he's like this right now.
I mean, I don't know. I feel responsible because maybe like my friend, after the party, he told me that he would want to start something serious with this guy after all this time they've been dating. Yeah.
He wasn't there when you were vacilando with this guy?
Like, he was there, but he was really drunk, and I don't think he could notice.
Okay.
But there were a lot of people around us, and I feel like someone must have told him what happened. So yeah, like, I don't want him to feel like I bumped into his relationship, like I interrupted something, and that's why I feel like guilty and responsible about it.
Do you think that at a certain point you faltaste el respeto? Because I feel that you respect him a lot.
I do feel like I broke his trust, because I know that he would never do that to me. I mean, it's less likely for him to like someone that I like. I don't know. That's really unlikely for me. But and that's why I thought that this could never happen. Like, I never put myself in this position of like me interrupting one of his relationships, which is why I do think I kind of disrespected him in some way, and then that's why I feel like I should be the one to approach him, like to talk.
But Ah, no, sigue corriendo, no está pausado.
No, pero dije le pausa.
Ah, yo te dije sí. Bueno, ya.
Sí.
La. Me distraje. Creo que sí.
Yeah, so right now my plan is just like
It's just like
to talk to this guy first and break things up like completely, and then just like talk to my friend after and telling him everything I've told you.
okay. So it seems like you're very clear about what you want.
Yeah.
How would you do it? When you're going to do it? In the order you want to do it?
Yeah.
Do you feel any doubt about this?
I don't. Like, if you would have asked me yesterday, I had a lot of doubts and I wasn't sure, but right now I feel very confident in what I have to do, and I don't feel like it's gonna be hard because I know I'm doing it like for my own good and for my friends' good too. So I feel very sure of what I want right now, and I think that's my best option.
Okay, so it's just a matter of time. Okay. So I wish you las mejores de las suertes.
Sí.
Chao.